1000 LB Sisters. The real reason Tammy Slaton is determined to leave Kentucky, could her stubborn attitude mean she's leaving the show? The reality TV world is full of drama and emotional highs and lows, and 1000 LB Sisters has certainly lived up to that reputation. The series follows Tammy and Amy Slaton, two sisters from Kentucky, who struggle with obesity while trying to make changes in their lives. However, it's Tammy, the older sister, who has consistently captured attention with her difficult journey and stubborn personality. In the latest seasons, there has been a lot of speculation about whether Tammy Slaton might leave Kentucky, and potentially, even the show itself. What's behind this sudden shift in her mindset, and does her stubborn attitude mean she could be saying goodbye to the show? The struggles of Tammy Slaton. Tammy Slaton's journey on 1000 LB Sisters has been a turbulent one, filled with many setbacks. From the beginning of the series, it was clear that she was battling both physical and mental health challenges, struggling not only with weight but also with emotional difficulties. Despite receiving support from her family, including her sister Amy, and seeking medical intervention, Tammy's progress has often been slow and inconsistent. In the past, Tammy has faced numerous obstacles that have impacted her ability to lose weight. She has been through multiple hospital visits, including an emergency weight loss surgery, and has had a long-standing battle with food addiction. As much as she has tried to improve her health, Tammy's journey has been marred by several moments of resistance and self-sabotage. Despite advice from doctors and family members, she's often been seen making decisions that hinder her recovery. Tammy's desire to leave Kentucky. One of the more recent developments on 1000 LB Sisters involves Tammy's determination to leave Kentucky. For a long time, she lived in the small town where she grew up, and the show has documented her life in this rural setting. However, there has been a noticeable shift in Tammy's attitude. She has expressed dissatisfaction with her life in Kentucky, often citing feelings of stagnation and being surrounded by familiar but negative influences. She feels that she is in a toxic environment, which prevents her from making the necessary changes in her life. Tammy's desire to leave Kentucky is also linked to her deep frustration with the weight loss journey. She's openly discussed how she feels stuck and trapped in her current circumstances. Despite the help she receives from her family, particularly Amy, who has her own struggles with weight and motherhood, Tammy is resistant to the idea of staying in a place that she perceives is holding her back. One contributing factor is Tammy's relationship with her family, particularly Amy. Over the course of the series, viewers have seen the dynamic between the two sisters evolve from supportive to sometimes strained. Amy has become more independent as she achieves her weight loss goals and starts her own family. This has left Tammy feeling isolated and resentful at times. She may feel as though the support she once received is now dwindling, and the contrast between her own progress and Amy's accomplishments could be a source of tension. Tammy's stubborn attitude. Tammy Slaton's determination to leave Kentucky is also tied to her well-known stubborn attitude. Throughout the series, she has demonstrated an unwillingness to follow medical advice or family suggestions. This has often resulted in setbacks, with Tammy making decisions that go against her own best interests. Her stubbornness is both a source of conflict and drama in the show, but it also speaks to a deeper issue. Tammy's resistance to change can be attributed to multiple factors. At times, she seems to lack the motivation to lose weight, even though she knows it is essential for her survival. Her emotional ties to food, and her unhealthy coping mechanisms, have prevented her from fully embracing the changes required. Additionally, her stubborn attitude might stem from a sense of helplessness and frustration, as she grapples with the overwhelming task of losing weight and changing her lifestyle. Could Tammy be leaving the show? The question that has been swirling around fans of 1000 LB Sisters is whether Tammy's desire to leave Kentucky signifies her intention to leave the show. While it's unclear if she's actually planning to leave permanently, her attitude has been a clear indicator that she's in a phase of her life where she's questioning everything, including her participation in the show. Tammy's role on 1000 LB Sisters has been significant, as her struggles have driven much of the drama and tension on the series. She's not only a central character in the show but also represents a deeper, more challenging issue related to weight loss and self-doubt. Her journey has helped raise awareness about the difficulties of losing weight and the emotional challenges that come with it. However, as Tammy pushes against the boundaries set by the show's producers and her own family, it's possible that she could choose to step away. There's no indication that Tammy's exit is a foregone conclusion, but there are hints that she may feel increasingly disconnected from the show's production and her role within it. If Tammy feels that her journey is too personal or that the show no longer aligns with her values, leaving Kentucky might be a step toward reclaiming control over her life. Her frustration with the constant scrutiny of her health and progress could be another factor leading her to reevaluate her involvement. Additionally, there's the issue of Tammy's relationship with her fans. While many people support her, others criticize her choices, particularly her apparent resistance to taking responsibility for her own health. This can create a toxic environment for someone who's already struggling emotionally. If Tammy feels that the negative attention is overwhelming, she may choose to leave the show as a means of preserving her mental health. Conclusion: the idea of Tammy Slaton leaving Kentucky, and possibly leaving 1000 LB Sisters, isn't just about geography. It represents a turning point in her life, where she's confronting her own limitations, frustrations, and desires for change. Her stubborn attitude, while often a source of conflict, also reflects her deep internal struggles. Whether or not she will ultimately leave the show remains uncertain, but it's clear that Tammy is at a crossroads, and her determination to leave Kentucky could be the first step toward a new chapter in her life, both on and off the screen. Fans of the show will likely continue to watch closely to see whether Tammy's journey leads her to find the peace and change she desperately seeks, or whether her resistance to help will keep her in a cycle of frustration. Regardless of what happens next, Tammy Slaton's story is a powerful reminder of the complexities of personal growth, addiction, and the quest for happiness.